Hey Monolithic, if you also want to cast, that's fine. Solo casting, that's not too much of the bother for me. My worry is this emergency services phone, which has been driving me nuts for the last well, basically all this weekend. Alright, I believe this is a game 1 here. The Sky Captain Czepiz is playing as the Brits from the southeast side of Elst outskirts, and in the north we've got Storm, a man of my own name. Don't recognise the player. He's been playing as OKW, so we're going to get to see this map played again. Czepiz, as far as I know, pretty good player.
Volksgrenadier are on the line.
And not going to see much capping here from the Brits. They're going to go straight in with a universal carrier. I think that's actually a pretty good idea, if I'm totally honest, because the universal carrier is going to be able to push a lot of these units off, especially through the negative cover areas. You know, they can have a pretty difficult time crossing negative cover against the universal carrier, and it's quite mobile. What is the retreat? No! Is he going to try and cap this side? Is that... So he retreated to get to this point quicker. Okay, I kind of see what he was doing there. Personally, he could have done that with his second squad, and then just continued capping on that side.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
Interesting. Anyway, so Universal Carrier pretty much going around trying to acquire targets at this point. He does find the Stern Pioneers. Don't know what he's really going to be able to do. Stern Pioneers take the building. And now we're going to see Volks Grenadiers. I think 2 squads moving up around the back of the Universal Carrier. Going to get some early game damage off there. Stern Pioneers could hop out the building here and push the Tommies off. Looks like that's exactly what's happening. So really nice early game play from OKW. Not sure what I think of the British at this point. Although British are very slow to start games anyway. Is that negative cover we were talking about, trying to make the most of that whilst the units are out in the open there. You can get a couple more models down. Might stand a bit of a chance. Stern Pioneers are pushing up to try and get some shots on the rear arm of the Universal Carrier. Yes, look at that. Nice. Negative cover is going to force this unit to retreat. He's chasing it. He's chasing it with the Universal Carrier. See, this isn't too bad. The bleed on the OKW has been more than the Brits. So if this sets up in the middle, pretty much going to guarantee the retreat of these units here. Look at that. Universal Carrier is going to be able to do a little bit more damage now as well. Now we're seeing the capping coming in from the Tommies. Going to go all 3 sides of the map. A spread out British attack. Very interesting.
The platoon command post is finished.
Suddenly it doesn't look so bad. Early game Raketten. This is going to come out to try and counter the Universal Carrier. This is quite an expensive counter to the Universal Carrier. He's probably banking that this UC is going to be upgraded with the Vickers at any point soon. Be a pretty good upgrade. I personally think the Flamer is the better upgrade. The Wasp on the UC is very, very good. And would be really nice at taking out any infantry in any of the green cover positions or kind of vital buildings that sit on this map. Still not able to see any Fausts yet. Because finally gets the target acquisition. That's a nice little flank from OKW. Just about to connect some of his resources.
The capture point is being overrun.
I'm not really sure what OKW is doing here. The spearhead, it looks like he's just going to go straight with the Raketten shot.
Capture point.
And
They're trying to take it.
Maybe on move now. It's got the target. There we go. Dead UC. That's a nice little play from Storm actually there. Nice little early game win. Now the Raketten becomes useless, but he's got more units on the field than his opponent. So this is a good spot for OKW. Really, he should be pushing hard now with the Stern Pioneers, trying to get the Tommies out of cover. Again, no Tommies have the health upgrade yet. There's no medkit, so he still has really good opportunities here to do serious damage to the Brits. Question is this going to be battle grouper or mechanized? Battle grouper would be good, but I don't really think he needs it.
Secure the vehicle. Location set.
Have battle grouper. Okay. Gonna go for the healing. I think that's a sensible idea. Could have got away with going for an early Luke's, to be honest. I don't think the AEC is going to be too much trouble, especially with the Riketten around. Hey, Burns. Again, this is just one of those positions. I think Brits are going to do reasonably well here. Fortunately, the green cover doesn't benefit entirely around this. I think this debris is actually going to stop them from getting green cover on this side. So it's kind of a bonus for the player playing from the north side, because they're going to be able to get two types of green cover in the middle. So Vickers switching its sight lines so that it can try and take on all these Ostrupen Volksgrenadiers. These guys aren't spread out at all. They're probably going to get both squads suppressed. There we go, yeah. Needed to really spread those troops out. Look at that negative cover. Vickers is going to open up. There's the AEC.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Is he going to make the push? Needs to be careful of the Riketten. Look at that decap as well. Not looking good for Storm at this point. I mean, it's weird. He had a really nice early game push, actually. He's taken down some nice units at the start of the game so far. Hasn't really made the most of it, though. That's an unlucky shot from the Riketten at first. Really Cepiz's game to lose at this point. At this stage, we can safely say Battle Grouper was the safe choice, and ouch. Mines laid by these cheeky little engineers here. Yeah, at this point, I mean, there's a lot of static play. But what we can do, we can make use of this time. We can actually have a look at the map, which I think is a pretty nice map. And as I say, we've seen this before. Some really nice houses on this side. You know, you get some really good support weapon play here. There's always like two houses where MGs can just be firing at each other. Tons of opportunities for mortars in open ground. And again, because of the negative cover, you know that units are going to be clinging to these cover spots. So mortars are going to be really fun here. You know, they're going to be really good clearance units. The negative cover should really stop people playing like this. It's going to be really ineffective now. Just of course because they're going to lose models so quickly. Vickers doing huge work on the retreat paths. British mortar, look at that range as well. That is in the base with range to fire all the way past the middle VP.
We now stand at 300 points.
Enemy infantry! Enemy movement! On the flank!
Then Pioneer's probably going to lose this engagement to the Tommies. No retreat's been given yet. Putting a lot of faith in those Stern Pioneers. Are we going to see the negative cover cross? Doesn't look like he crossed it. Oh, look at this. He's actually picking the medium cover for the retreat. That's really nice that he just swept along that. Pathing actually working for once. That's a very little interesting trench there as well. So a nice little bit of medium cover before you get onto the negative cover. I like that. No signs of Faust yet from the Volksgrenadiers. Pretty heavy infantry build. There we go, the Raketin is trying to chase. Doesn't have a full squad at the moment. It's going to get one shot off on the AEC. Can you get a second? Smoke is popped. Dare I say it? I mean, yeah, OKW still stands a little bit of a chance here. The fuel cap isn't specifically high. Oh, that's because he's upgrading to the command post. So actually, yeah, this is this is a sticky situation now for OKW. He's going to have to decide on his tech. He's just picked a commander that doesn't have a call-in, which kind of means that... Oh, who calls in fouls off-map? Maybe he tried to call them out from here and it was occupied. I don't know. Be interested to see if he genuinely just called those in from off-map. Because they are shock units, you know, you're supposed to use them behind the lines, maybe take out a squad. A pretty bad retreat there for the Volksgrenadiers. Czepiz needs to just keep his squad still on fire. The movement actually probably denied him the chance of getting the squad wipe. For those of you that don't know, if your units are retreating and you're trying to kill them, it's actually better for you to stand still so that you get more of an accuracy bonus. Really, the range on this mortar is excessive. It's actually managing to get all the way over here to the opponent's base. That is a base-to-base mortar. I don't really know how I feel about that. Commandos come down for the Brits. AEC's coming in now that the Raketin's been forced off. Pathing's a little bit bad, not really sure what it's doing. British artillery's raining down on this side of the map. Oh, may go for the Faust. Czepiz has spotted it. Oh, this is nice. Using the commandos here to decap. Had the camouflage on. So, be able to surprise any units to try and get the fuel back. Oh, this is not going to go well. I don't really know what he's going to be able to do here. It looks like he's putting up a recon plane at this point. And I mean, the recon plane, he's just going to be able to see kind of what his opponent has. He manages to spot, I think, the commandos as well, which is good. These engagements are interesting. Oh, I really like this when you get like building to building MGs and then the mortars are going to have to be doing the clearing work. British mortar's probably going to win that though, isn't it? Let's be honest. No movement from the fouls at this point. A couple of squads in the base need to be doing something. Fuel just got recapped, which is good. Just overextension from the Volksgrenadiers. AC is going to be charging that down. Commandos may go in. In fact, commandos are taking this opportunity to push up the ISG. Oh, the foul's going to deal with that. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Couldn't quite find the line of attack. Yeah, negative coverage is absolutely brutal. Any support weapons that catch a unit out in negative cover here, it's just going to hurt so much. Here comes the Faust. Nothing to finish it off though. And GG has just come on the field.
Valiant assault is now at hand. The troops await your command.
You really have to ask, is there anything that can deal with the Cromwell at this point? Czepiz is going to try it. He's going to push right up for the base. Doesn't really have to worry too much about the Raketin. Bad shots from the Cromwell. There it is. There's the Raketin. And for some reason, the Raketin isn't retreating. I don't know what the Raketen was planning to do. Even if it did get a shot off, it's pretty much guaranteed dead the longer it stays there. One shot could finish it. Very, very difficult here. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Is he just throwing artillery?
200 points.
He's just throwing artillery into his opponent's base, and here we go. We're about to see these guys start firing now. There we go.
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
So, yeah, this would be interesting. Maybe even destroy the hedge line, which would be interesting. Again, these squads of Volksgrenadiers are running over to deal with Cromwell. It's just, no, it can't happen. Really, I mean, the Raketens, yeah, okay. Getting the Raketens into position is a good idea, but look at this blob, it could even be crushed.
We lost a gun crew.
I don't know whether he's trying to go for the Faust or... Oh, we could get a Faust off though. We could get a number of Faust off if he's lucky. There it goes. There's the Raketen. Cromwell's going to get out of the line of sight just in time. Raketen just isn't setting up in the right directions at all for any of these engagements at this point. I mean, this could have been a changed situation if Storm had decided to go with a doctrine that maybe has a call in, something like the Command Panther. He probably could have turned things around. He's just starting to cap the map again now, which is nice. But he's so out-teched at this point. Look at this, Commando's going to come in and make work of the Luftwaffe. Narrowly avoid bitter end. That's weird. I can't really talk much about strategy if I'm honest. I don't even know if there is strategy at this point. Definitely needs to work on capping these VPs though. And then just tier 4 isn't even really an option right now. Could build tier 4. Can't really afford anything from it. Nice little decap there again from the commandos. Looks like the British mortar is dropping smoke. That's going to draw the Fallschirmjäger out in the open against the AEC. Oh, look at this, another flare drop down there. More artillery from the Brits. This time it's going to cover the capture of the third VP. So Czepiz is going to try and close this game now. Going to go for the triple cap. Going to try and shut his opponent down early. Look how difficult it's become for Storm here. There's the tier 4 building. He's going to put it down here. Oh no, there we go. It's put down somewhere else. At least I hope it's tier 4. I think I just saw it as the Panzerschwer, yeah. I'm so confused. 83 VPs remain. Static units everywhere. I was hoping maybe we'd get to see, you know, air supremacy just as the closing point of the game. I don't even know if we're going to get up to that amount of CPs. Very, very difficult position now for everybody.
75 points remaining. Tactical adjustments need to be made.
Trying to fight with the Cromwell. Takes 2 shots from the Raketen though. Still needs to be careful. Oh, the AEC is in trouble here. All the shots miss. A little bit unfortunate. I think it's getting caught in shot blockers, to be honest. Still, he's not going to be happy with that.
We lost a gun crew.
Still no GG call. I've got to give it to him. He's got a lot of heart, this player. Sticking in the game right till the very end. There we go. Throws in the towel at 46. Do we need a conclusion?